Welcome back to another episode. I feel like another season, right?
It's
gotta be.
Yeah, it's gotta be.
Of whiskey
and
real estate.
And we have the pleasure, the honor to grace a beautiful location today.
Yes.
Upload Media. And we got a wonderful guest with us I'm super excited about having. Logan, how are you?
What's up? Super excited.
I feel like you're usually
Whiskey
on the
and real
other
estate.
side of...
It's tough to go wrong there.
I usually am on the back end. I'm hiding out in the corner, hiding behind a bunch of monitors and stuff. So it's exciting to hang out, drink, and see what happens. I don't know what we're gonna do today, so
We're gonna have fun.
We're gonna have fun with
I hope
it.
you're ready for that.
Yeah, we have our mainstays that we go with on our script, but otherwise it's free will. I mean, it is. Yeah. It's gone left. It's gone right. It's gone. I'm telling you, man. It's our therapy time. So.
Yeah.
And we haven't had it for 3 weeks.
Yeah.
So you got some built up therapy. Gotta get out.
My goodness gracious! So our last time we shot was the day before the shutdown.
Oh yeah.
So the government shut down. So we got how that's affected real estate. We got when we get into that side of it, it is. But first, I want to I want to let you all know what we're drinking. So we got to say, hey, the whiskey of the day is So. And it's Larceny, and it's made in Kentucky. It's also part of the bourbon strip that we're talking about going on our tour for that we have not set up yet.
Is that the honeymoon?
it may be.
Can I tag along?
Yeah, you're all going. But the Larceny is exactly what it sounds. So I think John E. Fitzgerald was part of the U.S. Treasury. And he was an U.S. Treasury agent, only one with the keys to the building that had whiskey barrels. And that's where they started actually making it, was in this building. And how it got its name is Grand Larceny, So,
oh, really?
So you are, the name
cool
came
name.
that way. Yeah, it was a U.S. Treasury agent is the one that actually named it. It's got the actual key on the actual label itself.
Okay.
And then when you get into reading about it, but yeah, this is part of, it's also on the tour of where we're looking to go in Kentucky for the whiskey tours. A sister of Woodford. So obviously Woodford's my favorite. I'm going to take a drink. I already took a sip of it, so I already know what we're getting into.
This is my first time, and Logan, you've had this before?
I have it. I have a bottle sitting in the basement. I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's great.
It is very smooth.
That's not bad. That's not bad.
Yeah, it is very smooth.
I feel the Woodford being the sister. I can sense that. I think I'm acquiring a taste now.
So this has got a right around a 46 to 50 proof on this one. So we've had stuff that's 90, we've had stuff 100, we've had stuff
too much.
Most of your bourbon's got to be 40 or higher. So but it's a wheat blend. So this is a wheat mash. It's into your small batches. It's not your single barrels. They do have one for like $70 out there. That's a single barrel that I wanted to go with this version first, and then we'll definitely bring the single batch in now. Let's
do a tester first before we. What was it? The $300 bottle was like the worst one we've had, right?
It was the most expensive bottle of Macubin or whatever.
It's not even worth remembering the name.
Scotch
Just
whiskey.
Stay away from it.
I actually have it in a fridge. I should have brought it.
You kept it.
Well, we don't have anyone to
try
give
to
it
give
to.
it away.
We're going to give it to Tim Nash, and he still hasn't showed up to get it.
Oh, that's hilarious. Shout out to Tim Nash.
Yeah.
Logan, something we've been doing lately, and we usually give you prep time, but the fact that you have a bottle of this in your basement, I would love to know your top 5 whiskeys in no order, since I didn't give you any prep time. Normally I get prep time, but we'll probably come back and do another top 5 later. But for now, can you give us your top 5 whiskeys?
I'm a poser. I'll say that up front, right? Because I love some whiskeys. I love some bourbons. But I'm a lot of my favorites are like, the white label favorites that everyone says are their favorites that aren't actually like true lovers' favorites. But someday I'll get there. But I got to shout out Cedar Ridge first and foremost because I worked there for a period of time.
What?
We've done a lot of collaborations with them. They sponsor a number of the shows that we make here at the studio. Including Confused Breakfast. They were supportive of Confused Breakfast. We did a collaboration barrel, and we have a signed bottle with them over in the office next door. So the Quintessential is like one of my all-time favorites. It's like if I'm going to default to something that's kind of local and that's awesome, like Quintessential does it for me. It's a ton of flavor. So really love that. And then I love a Blanton's. I've got a bottle of that, maybe 2 of them. I really love. It's like fairly sweet, but it's got a lot of body to it as well. Like so, I love a Blanton's. Man, yeah, the prep time.
Get better about that tone.
And then, I mean, like the things that I collect, I'm a little bit of a collector, but usually it's just because it's fun or special. So anything that's kind of like a port finish, I really love. Anything that adds a little bit of sweetness to it. I'm always looking for some sweet, some flavor.
Angel Envy would be a good one.
Angel Envy, yes. Yep. I'll put that on the list for sure. I do also. So a couple years ago, we went to Ireland. And that was awesome. So I love like a redbreast. It's something I would go for, like a yellow spot or a green spot. Like those are things that come to mind right away. That's kind of what you're looking at with me.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
You're so we've had a couple of the whiskeys that's been also in a wine barrel as well. So they'll put it, and that's your port right there. That's where you're going
for sure. Yeah.
Nice. I'm trying to think of the ones that we had. Angel Envies is also put into a fruit barrel. Revelton is also put into a fruit barrel, so that's got that fruit kind of.
Have you had the Slipknot, the number 9?
I had the number 9,
the reserve.
Yep, really, really good. And then the special edition. That was when I worked at Cedar Ridge. That was the hotness. That was the big thing that had just come out.
Yep.
It was
one of my top 5s is definitely that.
Awesome.
Yeah. Probably
really,
top
really
3.
Awesome.
Yeah, I'm in love with the Bullet. The Screwball. I'm just the
cookie
the
dough
fruity.
and peanut butter is you.
Yeah.
Cookie dough and peanut butter was your favorite.
Man, what is that? The peanut butter one.
Screwball.
Yeah, that's right. I do love a screwball. It's
so
not going to make my top 5, but I'll drink that any day of the week.
Yeah.
That's
I don't
easy
know if
drinking.
it counts as like hardcore
It
whiskey.
counts. Yeah.
It sure does. It's part of the the whole family.
Manikka's top 5 is none, and none.
I like Screwball.
No, that might be
And
Lucas's
apple pie.
top 5 for Manikka.
That you allow.
Manikka does whatever she wants.
Try to allow Manikka to do anything.
Yeah, exactly. But she gets ornery and just darn right mean when she gets on the whiskey spin, and not because it's her fault. Is she don't remember anything, so
it doesn't count to her.
It doesn't count. It's like she's a shark trying to take a bite where sharks roll their eyes in the back of their head and they don't know what they're really biting. That's her.
Can we talk about that real quick? You said the apple pie.
Yes.
So like Cedar Ridge has an apple pie that's really,
we
really
just
good.
drank it the other night.
Okay.
Yep.
Back when I worked there, it was a liquor-based apple pie.
It was.
And it was phenomenal.
When they went to wine base,
they changed to wine base.
Yep.
It's still good.
Yep.
And I know what they did it for a lot of reasons, right? A lot of legal and compliance reasons. A little bit easier to sell and distribute and whatnot because it's a wine instead. So I get all that, but I miss it.
I do
miss
too.
the OG.
100%. And it's still like during wintertime, and one of my favorite things to make on the stove is your own Everclear apple pie.
So let me know when I can come over. We'll make that happen.
Yeah, it's been like 3 years since I've been able to do it, so I'm so excited for
He's
this
looking
year.
forward to it. We're putting up Christmas on the 1st.
Oh, you're one of those people. You and my
November
wife.
1st, yep.
He's like, yep.
I'm that guy.
She's already texted me like the memes.
Yeah.
He's throwing his beard out if you didn't know this.
Yeah. I got to be Santa Claus this
Authentic
year,
Santa.
So we have our Christmas giveaways that we'll start talking about on our podcast too, because that's December 19th is the date we picked.
Okay.
So make sure you're ready on
Absolutely.
that. And so December 19th.
I'll be there.
Whiskey and Real Estate's obviously a sponsor. AMMT, Burrington Real Estate, T1 Entertainment. I mean we're all sponsors. I'd get on board too.
Yeah.
It's what we do is we offer the community a free meal. So we have some vendors come in and we Keeping Up with the Joneses did last year. We did some last year. Casey's donated 25 pizzas last year.
How many toys do you think we gave out, Manikka?
I don't know. I know we had over $600 in toys and it all were gone.
Yeah. So I would say 150 to 275 toys is what we gave away last year.
That's awesome.
So it was a good event down at the library. This year it's at the gym. So because we kind of ran out of space last year, everyone was bumping into everyone. So we'll do it at the gym this year, and we're starting to promote. We met with Jake yesterday.
Nice.
So we have Andy's gonna do a performance.
Sweet.
There, and we're gonna get a box set. at the office, and then at a couple other places Jake's going to set up. And they're going to donate the toys to the Christmas drive. And then we're going to try to do a raffle for like gift cards and stuff this year. So
Yeah. So yes, Andy is putting boxes at I think 6 or 7 business locations, and everything that's collected there comes back to us. So yeah, it's Burrington Real Estate, AMT, T1 Entertainment. I mean, we're the founders of it. We're going to continue doing this every year. Yep. And obviously, you might have to be the elf this year, though.
Oh, I like being the Grinch last year.
You did a good job as the Grinch last year. I'm Santa Claus,
this year,
Mrs. Claus.
if you don't play pentatonics, I'm going to take your
DJ board away.
I'm gonna, take your neck.
Well, I feel like if we're starting a new season, we should make some announcements. Manikka, you said you don't get to talk much on the podcast. Well, you got some new bling I think you need to talk about that we didn't talk about on the last episode because it happened after.
So cute.
Yeah.
I know.
Talk about it.
Amazing.
Or should Lucas talk about making it happen? Because I heard there was a few attempts, right, before you...
Oh, my God. Of course, there's a lot of attempts once you, quote, unquote, ruin the engagement. I feel like it was it's like
they're engaged, by the way. That's the announcement. Officially,
yes.
He's been saying fiance forever, but like officially.
But he does that thing where he will. So the day that he wanted to propose, he picked a fight, and it was just like
I picked a fight.
Yeah, you did.
That was your strategy.
You picked a fight.
What my goal?
And I was like,
woke up, set the picnic up.
I gotta do it.
Yeah, we do.
I was like, you know
fight
what?
with her.
Yeah.
Step
I
one.
said, I'm not going to do this with you. Fuck you. Figure it out. And I went in the house, and he was like, looked at me. He goes, well, I'm getting ready for my open house. I said, okay, have fun.
I had Kanisha on board. Everyone was helping me out. I mean, yeah. And we've been planning it the whole dang week because she's like, you got to do something, Lucas. I'm like, I've already, we tried the Kane Brown concert, the Jelly Roll and Kane Brown concert, and she decided to be an asshole that night. And then we tried the Chicago Pier, and she's like,
that night.
Yes. And the Chicago Pier boat set up, for a ride. We had, we already had the.
How are you difficult to propose to?
She's like, I don't want to be here. We gotta go. Let's go. Let's just go.
He's got a blimp flying by. And says,
my daughters are looking at me. They're like,
the way that he does
her aunt's like, why are you guys here right now?
The way that he does things, it's like so weird. So the Kane Brown
it's called romantic and try to surprise.
No, it wasn't. I mean, if it would have happened, it would have been romantic. But like the Kane Brown,
Jelly Roll bringing the ring out.
It's all planned. It just didn't happen.
But the concert, like we're in the mall and we went shopping before, and he goes. Every time we're in the mall, I'm like, always want to go look at rings and look at jewelry. It's just like, I don't know. I think it's cute. So he goes, well, what if I put a ring on you right now? And I'm like, are you about to propose? Like, what do you mean? Yeah. And he goes, well, don't you want to just wear a ring to the concert? And I'm like, well, yeah, but no. Like, if you're not proposing, then no, I don't want a ring. Because if you give it to me and then try to propose later, it's not going to count.
That's fair. That's fair, Lucas.
And so he was like,
he said he's biting his tongue. Like,
this was just a leadway.
I'll let
it was
you
a
go
segue
ahead
into what was going on.
Said, I'll let you finish.
Yeah.
And he's like, so you don't want to put the ring on? And I'm like, I mean, yeah, I'll put a ring on, but are you proposing?
Like, what's happening?
Right.
I don't want to just put a ring on because I'm still going to be expecting.
So our song's "Thank God" by Kane Brown.
It is.
Oh, I love that song.
And so it was all going down right as he was singing "Thank God."
Oh my God, no, it was not.
That's when it was going to go down.
It didn't happen.
You see how it
It's
changed.
because of you. You said, "No, I ain't doing this shit." I'm like, all right.
That sounds like a you thing, man. Like you got to be clearer.
Thank you.
No, there's got to be some surprise to it. I mean, this is.
I would have been so surprised if you still got down. Like I would have been like, oh my God.
Yeah, because you've been an asshole. He
Lucas
still wants
is
to
like,
marry me.
if I propose, are you going to say no? Because then I'm not
Exactly.
Like nothing's more surprising
not
than
in front
just
of Kane
dropping
Brown.
on one knee in front of this pretzel maker and just making it happen.
Oh,
Drop
man.
down.
Logan, I'm telling you, when Manikka gets into Manikka, she's end all say all. It is like, there's not like, you know what, I'll talk to you tomorrow type situations. I never want to talk to you again. This is how it's going to be.
It's over.
You know what? Why are we doing this?
Yeah, I was trying to propose.
Yeah, these are her questions when
If
we
he
get in a
would have
fight.
dropped down on a knee, it would have been great. So you're just making that as an excuse.
You know
why
what's,
you did it.
what's really romantic?
It still was
though?
good though.
Yeah.
It's romantic that he knows this about you, right? Like he knows, like, okay, this is not the moment. All right. That's romance right there.
But it is the moment. It could have been the moment. You just chose not to make it the moment.
So what was
it
the
was my
moment?
bad.
Explain how you got to the actual moment.
I thought they all were on drugs.
Oh my God.
So
All the kids. She
All
met
the
kids.
kids.
Yes.
So he wanted to replan it since I messed up the one on
picnic,
Saturday, the picnic. So he was going to replan it. I guess when I left to go get Kamarion, they all had their own little idea of what they wanted
our own
to
little
do.
game down. Yeah.
Okay.
And I come back in. I like come back in the house and I'm like trying to get in the door and they're all just, will you? And so they always do these TikToks.
Okay.
And they do the annoying TikToks. Like the one that makes you want to strangle them TikToks. And so they're walking
Mind you,
up.
this is leading to a proposal story.
Yeah, it is.
So romantic.
And so they're like, will you? And they're like in my face. And I'm like,
oh, that's cute.
what the fuck type of drugs are you on? And I said that to them. I'm
That's
like,
exactly
are y'all
what
on
she said on
drugs?
the
Like, what the
engagement video
fuck?
because we had one filming it.
And I'm like, what did y'all do in the 10 minutes I was gone? Like, what y'all, what's going on? And they goes, will you, peace, will you? And mind you, like when they're all over the place, they're all over the place.
They're bouncing from
So
the
they're
ceiling
bouncing,
there.
and then one's in my face, one's coming up on me, the other one's over here, and I'm just like,
We have 6 kids, so yeah.
I'm looking crazy.
Popping out everywhere. Yeah.
And then I'm like, will you what? Will I what? And he goes, will you marry me? And I'm just like, oh, you're so
And I was down on the knee.
That's what he wanted. That's the reaction.
I
You're
got
so
to
corny.
see-
I was like, yeah. Because like, you're so corny. And I was like crying. And I'm like,
Yeah.
why? I said, my hair's not even done. He was
How
like,
dare
oh.
you propose when my hair's
And
not
it's like,
done?
my hair's not even done. And I'm just like, I was like, this is not even how you wanted to do it. He's like, I don't care. The kids
At
wanted to
this
be
point,
This
involved.
could have been a concert.
He said, I had Kane Brown and Jelly Roll on board.
He had it planned.
Fact.
He like had it planned in the background, and then I'm like, "Well, did you make a playlist?"
Because it was thank God. going
After
on.
that,
I did have it rolling.
First he took you to Kane Brown, then he brought Kane Brown to you.
You're
Look
right.
at
Yeah.
him. Look
Come
at this
on.
guy.
So
Come
we had
on,
that
Lucas. That's my boy.
and then Beautiful Crazy came on after, and it was like every song that I love came on after, and I'm just like, "Oh, did you make a playlist?" And he was like, "No." I was like, "Oh, okay."
God bless the algorithm.
Yeah, you know.
I was like, "Well, look
Thank
at this
God.
ring." so his door, Camille comes downstairs, and she goes, my dad said he couldn't buy me McDonald's, but he got this rock. And I was like, oh my God.
We got McDonald's at home.
Hey, I'll make you a
And
burger.
so
on the
I was like, and then so I called Kanisha, and she's like, oh my God, girl, I've been new. She goes, I wanted to strangle you on Saturday. And I was like, we're not going to bring that up. Those are old news.
And she calls
awesome.
Keyshawn, her nephew, and he's like, yeah, you already asked me for permission because Keyshawn's been like her mainstay man in her life.
Yeah.
Her nephew. And so he's 16. So
Yeah.
I called him, asked for permission previous to Saturday.
Yeah.
And then called her dad, asked her dad for permission. So people already knew this was
Yeah.
coming out. Her aunt knew when we were at the Chicago Pier.
The first
Yeah,
attempt.
yeah.
This is our third attempt.
Yeah.
The permission thing's classy though.
Yeah,
I had,
absolutely.
like when I proposed, I asked for my now wife's stepson's permission, and I recorded it and I
Nice.
showed it when I proposed. Like that's a really classy move.
Yep.
You don't obviously don't need it, right? But it feels good to go through those steps.
Absolutely. And I
you know.
asked the kids, I Mari and Junior, her 2 sons, our 2 sons, and I asked them, they gave full blessing, and Chloe gave full blessing, and then my daughters have been bothering me about it for a year, like we need to do this, and I'm like, we got to make it right. We got to, this got to be the right time. So yeah, good announcement, honey.
Yeah.
All right.
Flash that thing one more time. I was like blinded
Yeah.
by it.
I
Yeah.
know, isn't it so
That's pretty
That's a
gorgeous.
weapon. I don't know if I trust you
Yeah,
with that.
to a point and everything. Whoa.
Yeah, I need to insure
Be
it.
careful. Like,
What is
Lucas,
he-
there's a ring shape.
We were playing, and so he likes to mess with me all the time in the car. So if I'm in the car, I always have a straw because I can't drink anything with him
Because
because
as
he
soon as
does
it goes
that.
to her mouth, it's like, woo.
It's like it drives me insane.
Slamming the brakes. Like,
Slam
oh
on the
my
gas.
God.
And so he kept messing with me, so I kept hitting him in his arm and punching him. And so he was like, oh, we're at 10. I said, no, that doesn't count because I'm trying to see if you can fill the ring.
Yeah.
And you haven't said that you can fill the ring. And now you said after 10 hits, you can fill it. So he goes, well, that means I owe you 10 hits. I said, no, that means you only owe me 1 because you only felt it that one time. And he's like, that's not how it goes.
Oh, God. So yeah, you hit each other. Awesome.
Congratulations.
My
Yes,
announcements.
thank you. Yeah.
So Sunday, November 9th, we are officially 11 days out from the 4th Iowa Music Awards.
We still haven't met about it.
We will get there.
Okay.
I know.
That's actually kind of not the announcement. That's kind of the known thing. The announcement is I was flown out to Orlando this last week
I didn't
by
get
the
an invite.
WWE, and I kind of did like a tryout where I got to walk out with a wrestler and I had dancers and they gave me a mic and they said, say what you feel. So I got to like talk on the microphone during the show. And then they're like, we would like you to get involved in the match and knock this guy over the rope. So I got involved in the match, and I wasn't supposed to do pictures or videos, but like one of the main guys that's on TV every week was like, we're taking a picture. I was like, oh, I was told not to. He said, shit. So I got to take a picture with like the most popular wrestler right now. And then my guy was just like, it was so great. Like I get nervous when I perform, and I think it was like one of the Beatles that said, if you're not nervous, then you don't care anymore.
Right.
However, this has been such a dream for me that this is one of the few or only times where I wasn't nervous. Like I really felt like I was supposed to be there. And like it's almost like an audition show. So instead of performing for fans, it was all the wrestlers. So everybody that I know that I watch on TV every week, I'm rapping for them. And 90% of them know the words already because the guy that uses my song. So it's like I couldn't make this up if I wanted to. I wouldn't have wrote as extravagant as this experience was for me. But this is like the biggest moment in my music career. And like just 30 minutes ago, I got a text saying that the head producers, which are also big wrestlers that I follow my whole life, loved it and they got big plans. So pretty excited about that.
good.
Yeah,
That's great.
Yeah,
Massive.
this is
Congrats.
the coolest stuff ever.
So like Triple H.
Yes, and Shawn Michaels.
Is Triple
are
H
the
and
ones
Shawn
that watch
Michaels?
it. Yeah,
Yeah.
they run the show now.
Yeah,
and
yeah, that's what I
they
thought.
watched it.
So if
and
they
love
wanted
it.
you to wrestle and you got to get knocked out, what if it actually connects it?
My
for real?
mom asked me, like, what if you got to be careful? And I was like, Mom, they could literally tell me they're going to break my leg and beat me over it. And I'm like, here you go.
Right.
Like, I
Yeah.
love it that much, but maybe probably more. Like, whatever
Right.
they wanted me to do.
I'm gonna
I've
live,
never
right?
done a
Okay.
flip in my life. If they said, get on that top rope and do a triple front back flip, I'm doing it. Like, I'm figuring
You're
it out
landing
that
on your
day.
face.
Oh, I don't care. It's going to look great, though. Like,
Yep.
I promise. So, yeah, it was.
You're gonna be like YouTubing in the corner how to triple front.
Oh,
back.
God. I will gladly
Do that?
YouTube that.
Yeah.
Man, so yeah, Logan, a few reasons I wanted you on, and it's getting even cooler. But the first reason is I know you got a little bit of real estate in you. So I wanted you on to talk real estate. And then I also want to talk awards because we got the music awards coming up. The podcast awards happen this spring. And I feel like there's a lot that I can probably only vent to you about or get advice from you for.
We've had a couple of taco lunches.
Yeah, well, some of the taco lunch combos got to stay taco lunch
Yeah,
combos, but
for
you know,
sure, for sure.
for public facing.
But to say, like,
we'll talk about some stuff.
We worked through some things together. We know.
So we'll start with real estate. Oh,
Sure.
and another big cool announcement. This is the part I didn't know that you'd be able to relate with, but we have been chasing down Cedar Ridge since like episode 1.
Right.
They finally got back to me, and we're gonna talk in the next couple weeks, and they're gonna sponsor Whiskey and Real Estate. So
Let's
yeah,
go.
yeah.
They're awesome.
So I just got that message. I had no idea you had any connection
Yeah.
whatsoever. So that's just crazy.
They've been really kind of trying to look at the next phase of what marketing and promotion looks like, especially on a local level. Obviously, they're massive, right?
Oh,
They've been
yeah.
growing like crazy, but they still want to stay homegrown.
Yeah.
So they're really doing a lot with kind of smaller independent creators, local shows, and supporting them, through product and messaging and all of it. So yeah, they're great. Huge shout out to them.
Super excited about that. Like we talk about them almost every single episode. So it took her a month to like get back to me, but I imagine her inbox is like flooded
Insane.
with all this stuff. So
Yeah.
I gave a good reason why we should partner up and how we could benefit each other, and got a cool response. So excited about that. But I wanted to tell you on the podcast because this is
Cool.
what
That
we've
is
been
great.
working towards.
We'll get there.
Yeah.
We'll get it. We'll lock it in.
So before we get into any more Cedar Ridge or Whiskey Talk, let's talk a little real estate. One of our segments is today's market. And Lucas has a good analysis and breakdown of what today's market is. But we like to ask our guests, what do you think today's market is and what's it look like for you?
Yeah, so a little bit of context. I was a realtor with Coldwell Banker Hedges from 21 to 24, I believe. Weird time to be in real estate, especially if that's the only time you're in real estate. So I happen to kind of fall backwards into what is now Upload Media Group. So with that taking off and that kind of consuming me, I let my license lapse. But I don't 100% know what the market looks like now. I know what I think. I know what I hear anecdotally. I'm still a little tuned into things, but it's not what it was in 21, for sure.
21 was hot.
21 was hot.
Great time to get in.
A good time to get in, but also not, for a few reasons. The main one being like things would sell so quickly it was impossible to kind of get in front of it.
Right.
You know, and build business as a new realtor, that's tough. It was challenging at that time. I'm curious to know how it relates to the market now.
It's very interesting because obviously with Coldwell, we were at Coldwell when he started. And so I actually remember you from Cedar Ridge too. Well, so like it's crazy when you gave the Coldwell. I'm like, that's where also. Yeah, I got it.
We've crossed paths a few times.
Yes. And so Jeremy and I, we've always talked throughout my first 13 years of good, bad, and indifferent and getting into real estate and when people got into real estate. And you can tell their journey when they got into real estate. Because the 2021s to today, they're getting out of real estate.
The hell with this,
because it's the last 2 years has been the toughest time in real estate I've ever seen.
Yeah.
And I was in obviously banking previous to that, so I ran banks. I oversaw the mortgage. I did mortgages, all the above. So since 2004, 2005, I've been in real estate at one way or the other, whether I was lending or whether I was a realtor. And so it's the market is very similar to 2008, 2009, where recession was coming in. It was hard. Banks decided, especially Big Bank of America weren't funding anything because they were taking such losses until the bailout came. And so during the recession, the government bailed out the big banks and then and told all the little banks, you guys still need to keep lending. You still need to keep lending. So it's very similar right now because right now we're on a government shutdown still, and there's no FHA, no VHA, no VA, no USDA. Anything
we're about to have no EBT.
Yeah. Food stamps, all that stuff's all on hold. Nothing's funding.
We're throwing letters out.
So, Logan, imagine this in 2021. You get to a week before your closing, and we're volume producers. So, I have 4 or 5 closings that are supposed to go on by the end of the month, and the banker calls you and is like, I don't know when these are going to close.
Yep.
Oh my God.
So and we see the trickle effect over to the property management side because we just have someone today that called and said, we want to pull our deposit because we're moving into this house because our house was selling. And we're like, well, we can't refund a deposit. I mean, it's been off the market for 30 days, so on and so forth. So it's a huge, the market itself, there's a ton of buyers out there right now. All those buyers, are tire kicking because you can't put closing dates on 94% of the loans. 93%, 94% of loans are FHA or VA.
Yep.
So
and you can't give them a closing date?
We can't give a closing date because nothing's open up right now. And we talked about it on the episode before the close down that said, if this goes 20 to 30 days, it's going to put, you got to remember USDA, FHA, VA, I can't imagine how many loan applications and requests they get on a daily basis. So there's nobody working at USDA and VA right now.
So what about the people that were showing up that was just going to accept back pay? Did they say screw this as well, or what's going on with?
There still has to be funding. So underwriting still needs to approve funding. So just think of the United States in whole, just in whole. Let's just say they have 2,000 requests per day on FHA, VA, or USDA, and I'm sure that's way low. It's probably more like 15,000.
Okay.
You don't go to work for 3 weeks because you're closed down. you have 3 weeks worth of underwriting, pre-approval, all that application just sitting on your desk. So it's going to take another month for them just to get caught up with just the underwriting and approving process. That's not the funding process. That's them just getting caught up to the current day because no one's worked there for 3 weeks. So right now, real estate.
So there's nothing that I understand they're not getting paid, but there's nothing that enforces them to still show up.
There's no funding. So what are they showing up for right now?
They wouldn't get back pay when the government opens back up?
There are certain government employees that are obligated to show up for a certain amount of time without pay, with the understanding that they would, be paid back pay. That is not universally true, especially for some of these offices.
Correct. So, it's very interesting. We don't know. I mean, we had a guy that needed to close because he needed to get an EIN number. And for his LLC, and obviously there's no one at the IRS right now working, so they couldn't issue his EIN, and they don't know when they're going to be able to issue the EIN. So they can issue it, they just can't be recorded with the IRS. And some of these bigger banks want it recorded and show me proof of your EIN number XYZ. However, if you're an investor right now, you should be buying the ones that can do conventional financing, the people that have cash down. This is the time to buy because there's no competition. Because your first-time home buyers that are expecting all this government funding or down payment assistance and whatnot, they're not even in the game right now.
Yeah,
because
like the market is like wide open to you if you got
so
cash.
If you're an investor and you want to go make some silly offers, right now is the time to do it. I was showing properties all day to investors. And they're like, I would normally offer this, but no one else is making offers right now. This has been sitting here for, how many days? Man. And I'm like, oh my God. I mean, there's a duplex that's going for 105 right now. Clean turnkey.
Everything is two. What do you mean?
That's cheap as hell. I took him across
town
to
was like
Marion
the minimum in 2025 for everything.
$140,000 property, and he's like, man, I appreciate 105, and so, I mean, it's a really weird market, and it has been for 2 years. I mean, it's been a weird market because rates were so high. So the people that were buying are the ones that have to buy. Now the people that have to buy, they don't even have an option unless they can do conventional financing or have which means you have to have a larger down payment, or you're got in-house loans. I mean, a lot of the banks aren't doing in-house loans yet. So they said poof to in-house loans. So that they creative. So they realistically commercial and investors are about the only lending that's going on right now.
Oh man.
What's crazy is these creative lendings. So Pace Norby comes to town November 4th, and he's like one of the ultimate guys that are in today's world of sub-2 financing and creative financing. And a couple of our realtors, Jack Burdell, Connor Harris, those guys are putting on a show with Pace Norby, and we're going to it.
Okay. Actually, in Cedar Rapids?
It's here in Cedar Rapids at Big Grove.
Okay, nice.
And it's going to teach us some of that creative financing because Manikka and I want to continue buying houses.
Where are we going?
Big Grove, which downtown by the People
November
Place.
4th.
November 4th. Yep. She would listen during our real estate meeting.
But we just had an old fashioned there yesterday.
Your real estate meeting is tomorrow.
It was last week.
I wasn't there.
You would have missed that one.
Exactly. Manikka's our real estate assistant that does not like to pay attention.
Are you still doing the classes? Did you start yet?
I did start.
Okay, how's that going?
Not very well.
Why? Busy life?
Busy, very busy. So I got to like chapter 6, and my goal was like, if I do 2 chapters a day, I will be done in a week. Well, somehow I inherit more jobs. Than what I started with. The week before.
Story of our lives.
Now I got more. Now I got more.
Yeah.
So it's like trying to balance it. And it's like when I have time to do it, I just want to lay down. I want to watch my shows.
I don't know what that is. Logan, are you familiar with this word, balance?
I'm going to work like a 20-hour day today, my friend. I don't know what you're talking about. I live here.
We don't use the B word.
Some of this, you need a little more of that.
I don't want to do it no more. Like, I just want to work. I don't know. I want to work 9 to 5. Like, I have this thing that when I get home, I turn my phone on vibrate. But it doesn't matter because somehow someone gets a hold of Lucas and then he doesn't know how to shut his phone off.
You can't. We cannot.
And now it's like, all right, now I'm back in work mode and now I'm looking at emails and responding to this and responding to that, which I don't want to do. And then I'm just like, this weekend, I'm literally powering it off. And so this morning, I shut his phone on vibrate.
Okay.
Which I only do on Tuesdays because Wednesdays are supposed to be our day off. And I'm like, all right, well, he can probably sleep in for a little bit. So I turned his phone on vibrate and I turned the ringers off. Don't know how late he slept in. But sometimes it's a really good thing. Like, he might wake up to a lot of missed calls, but, hey, you got some sleep.
Lucas, how long did you sleep? No. That's the correct answer.
It didn't change the sleep process because we got 6 kids. So as soon as 3 of them are gone, one comes in and says, hey, can I get some money for Starbucks?
After you finally dozed?
And so, it don't work. But that's my girl right there. So I apologize if you feel like you're on a block list sometimes, because you may be on a block list, and Manikka will grab my phone and block you if you call too much. And she'll tell me 3 days later, like, oh, yeah, by the way, I blocked them.
Like, that was money.
No.
Stop it.
No.
And so,
absolutely not.
This is where the hitting comes in.
Stop it. Or I'll get my phones taken away and they'll get put on vibrate and not tell me anything, because I have my phones when I get home. I pay attention to the family, but I have to have my sanity where I can just pick it up and go like this. Okay, I didn't miss anything.
It's peace of mind.
Yeah,
it really is. I know it's chaos, but it really is peace of mind.
It is, but it's like when you get to the certain point that you have this one person, when I say I hear the one name all day long, like it will ring from 9 to 2 a.m. And it's like, bro, if you don't go the fuck to bed, like, why are you still woke? And it's like, all right. And then one time I got so fed up because he called every day, all day. I blocked him. And so him and Lucas are like going back and forth. He's like, every time I call you, my number goes to the voicemail. And so he's like, it must be your phone. I don't know what you're talking about. He goes, no, you got me on a block list. He goes, no, I don't. I'm in the back like, yeah, he's on a block list.
So, since we brought up wrestling earlier, want to give a cool quote by Triple H. It was, I'd rather eat good than sleep good. And I think that's kind of
that's clearly must be what you guys
live by.
That's
why can't you do both?
I feel it, but also at the same time, like, those are the words of somebody who's not going to live long, right?
True.
You gotta find your balance there, right? And that's true for everybody. Like, 20s, 30s, like, hustle hard, get after it, but like 6 kids, family, managing other people as well. Like, I respect finding your balance. So there's definitely something in the middle there. I hear both sides to that for sure.
Yep. Well, and I think, and this is just me talking, I think I find a pretty damn good balance, especially when it comes to family. I'm very family oriented. And then obviously Manikka wants to complain about my time, but yet she'll sign me up to coach all of our kids. So I'm the coach. I'm now coaching YMCA basketball as long as and Camille and So.
It's different because you want me to develop these teams and do X, Y, and Z. Then that means you must want to coach because I can't coach. I'm the organizer and the planner to get things together. I'm not the one that's going to tell you how to dribble this ball correctly, and I'm not. No. That's
it's crazy because there's someone for everyone out there in the world today. So like, I was with someone today and him and I were going out and walking this acreage and he's like, man, Manikka sometimes just drives me bonkers on, the straight up attitude I get with this, that, and another. I'm like, man, I'm telling you, I understand 100%.
Yeah.
And he's like, we're going to have to prep some of these investors when Manikka's having a bad day. We got to be like, hey, Manikka's got a bad day.
Just a heads up.
And he goes, but that's why you two are perfect for each other, is because you're patient, Lucas, and you can.
Well, most of the time they're not going to know when we're having a bad day. We're able to
exactly.
You
can turn a cheek on this where you can balance Manikka. So my balance is Manikka because like when I'm fired up, she's like, oh damn, you get mad, and I'm like, yeah, I do, and she that's when she knows she needs to calm me down, because I don't get worked up like that, and then when she gets mad, I have to be, I'm okay being that, that
we understand, like we are able to see through that, and
when you're growing up and you got that punching thing that and it's got little balls in the middle and it just beep down, it comes back up, you hit it again. That's me with Manikka. It's like, okay, boom.
There's
Here I am again.
There's the hitting again.
So there's some balance.
So I
You
kind
can
of
tell
think
there's some vow planning happening already.
So Logan, I'm very curious. Tell me about Upload Media. What is Upload Media? What does it do? What's your role with it, and where does it come from?
Yeah, so Upload Media Group started as a real estate marketing company in 2021. I started almost at the same time I was going into real estate. I really had this fascination with kind of this content-forward approach to real estate that I was seeing a lot on the coasts, which you can probably kind of picture in your head. And I wanted to bring that to the Midwest. And when I say content-forward, I don't mean just like posting on social media. I mean like people making videos, running YouTube channels, creating content that wasn't salesy, but that brought people into the content and then established you as, you know, the leader in your field, as the go-to person, right? And so we started doing that, and part of that was a podcast. And really, really quickly, me and some of these people that I was doing it with, we realized that there were so many people in the community who would make awesome podcasts if they had the opportunity. I come from a theater background. I went to Cornell College for theater and music. I was going to be poor forever, but I really wanted to like make art and tell stories, and I loved working with people who wanted to make things and tell stories and do all that. My other background is in nonprofit work. So I worked at Orchestra Iowa, I worked at New Bow City Market, got connected with the community, got connected with small business. And so telling story and loving this community that kind of welcomed me with open arms, that was all huge for me. And so we got a spare room at the local community theater up on the 4th floor. It's like a storage closet, essentially, that already had soundproofing in it. And we set up a table and some chairs, and we recruited a bunch of people, and we started a podcast network.
Nice.
And a lot of that went really well, and some of it didn't, as you learn. Again, we kind of just like started doing it and fell backwards into it. And as we grew and maneuvered, there was the LAS podcast network, Logan Adam Schultz, my initials, because it started as a real estate thing.
That's what it stood for?
That's what it stood for. Now you know.
Well, T1 spells out tone, so I think
I'm aware.
have some similarities.
Yeah. Well, and so
Manikka just found out.
AMMT is making money, always making money today. Yeah.
Not Lucas Burrington.
No, it's always making money today. That's AMMT.
Okay.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what it stands for, right? It's the people know.
Yeah.
Not Last Podcast.
So we moved away from the podcast network idea and really moved into production and storytelling and working with other people. So and rebranded because it wasn't about me at that point. It was more about the stories we were telling for others. And also every time I went to the bank, they would call us Lost Media Group. That didn't Google search well. So Upload Media Group is where we landed.
No hablo español.
Spicy adult content.
So in April of 2023, we officially became Upload Media Group, and we kind of reformatted to just do this production and storytelling and whatnot. So today we are located in the Armstrong building downtown. We have a great studio, work with a number of shows, a lot of really successful shows, and always working with others as well. A lot of businesses, a lot of small teams and nonprofits. What we pride ourselves on is making content primarily through podcasts, but other things as well, that's designed to do a lot for them. So generally people come in, they'll record one podcast with us, and then we turn that into vertical reels, and we turn that into a blog, and we turn that into a newsletter, and we turn that into social media posts. I mean, it's a podcast, it's everything. So people can come in, do one thing with us, and have all of their marketing needs met, their whole content pipeline filled for a month, So that's really what we do. It's what we do really well. We love telling stories. We love drinking whiskey, and we love having a good time.
Yeah.
So, and serving the community. Hyper local is what we do.
Yeah. That's awesome, because everything that Carl Esker and Mike Esker with Coldwell Banker, they were like big mentors of mine, and whether I ever admitted it to them or not, but their work ethic within the community was the reason I chose Coldwell. And I remember Mike coming up to me, and he's like, so how do you have such success year after year after year? Because JTRE, it was, our brand.
Yep.
But Jeremy and I mean, we still were pumping, I was doing 100 transactions a year. He's doing 80 transactions a year. We were still pumping $52 million a year in real estate. Just pumping. I mean, and kicking everyone's ass. Like anyone that was close to us was 20 million behind us.
Nice.
And
seriously, it was nuts.
Yeah.
Like
And so Carl made a comment one time in front of Mike, and he's like, Lucas, you can't have every deal that's out there, so it's okay that this one got away. I'm like, why can't I? and it was because, we get tenants that we turn into buyers, and a tenant used a different realtor and so on and so forth because it was a cousin, a sister, whatever not. Yeah. No big deal. And that's what brought the conversation up. And I'm like, you're right, I can't. And he's like, but why can't you share your success of what you do? I go, I am my success. I'm out there every day, on Thursdays, we're bringing meals to the businesses. We're door knocking. We're still doing this. We're doing this. We're doing this. All the legwork that you had to do when I got into real estate went away in 2019, and it got really easy until 2022, 2023.
Right.
So when Logan was mentioning early in real estate, I came in at a great time, but a bad time.
Yeah.
Because learning the work ethic that it really took to grow real estate, like how it's supposed to, like today, we are punching doors. We're turning over every stone we can just to find a lead.
Yeah.
In 2021, 2018, 2019, when they were doing 100% financings at the local banks. Anyone could walk in that was 620 or above credit score, get 100% financing, no money down. Everyone's buying houses.
Yeah.
So it also wiped out a generation of renters too by doing that. So. Real estate got really easy, got real hard, a lot of work on it because we've talked about it before. We were writing offers where no inspections, and you had to put a waiver out there that said, hey, you're agreeing that we're not doing inspections.
I did way too many of those deals, and it was not tasteful. That's what I'll say. Did not feel good.
Yes, yeah, absolutely. And you're spending more time covering your ass in those deals than you are. Yeah, so it's crazy, but we've never lost the tone of giving back to the community. Tone and I, that's what we pride ourselves on.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
I'm 2000, so April of 2000 is when I got my coaching certificate. Yeah. And so now it's 2025, I'm still coaching. And my girls are now going into junior year of high school. Basketball starts next week for them.
Nice.
And now here I am starting back over with 3rd, 5th graders, and reinventing the reel. Yep. And so it's something we're giving back into the community side of it. And, you never realize how lucky you are that you get that opportunity, because we had a parent come up. It's YMCA league. So parent comes up to me and he's like, man, we got lucky. I'm like, what do you mean you got lucky? This is great, because our team is, we're learning day by day, the basics and how to be a person and how to be a basketball player. Yeah. He's like, we're lucky we got you. And I'm like, what? What do you mean? No one ever thinks about that. He's like, man, we're getting a AAU traveling team, that's got one of the best teams in the nation. You're coming to coach 3rd and 5th graders. And I'm like,
yep.
Yeah, I'm like, hey, man, that's pretty cool. I never think of it that way, because we're just thinking, I got to make sure that we're giving back to these kids, because you and I didn't have that shit when we were growing up.
Not at all.
And I envy you, Logan, because this is an area that I know nothing about. So someone that can make it in this field it is crazy, because your competition's high right now. When you first got into it, probably wasn't as high.
Yeah, when we started it, a lot of people followed. Right. A lot of people started popping up. Podcasting was obviously getting massive. Technology made everything really accessible. There's a lot of people in that space. But what we stuck to was doing it well. We are not the cheapest option in the area. We are the best option in the area. And one thing I want to applaud you for, that I say I relate to and I want to do more of, is there is truly no better marketing than sincerely and authentically giving back to your community. Right? You can't do it for the marketing. Right?
Exactly.
But when you give back to the kids, when you give back to the community, when you do those events, like, people notice. People think about that. That's brand building, because they associate your logo, your name, your brand with the way that they feel when they're there and when they're thinking about the people that are served by what you do. Like, those things are massive. So as our company grows, we're still really young. I kind of say we're only 2 years old because of that 2023 date. We want to continue to do more of that, because we love this community. And you're a huge example that I want to keep in mind for that. So thank you for what you do. Thank you for doing that work. That's important stuff.
Absolutely. So as you're growing this, though, what do you think your biggest challenge has been?
I think we have spent. This is an industry that doesn't have a lot of rules and regulations to it. You know, it's a little bit of a Wild West. There's not a lot of oversight in terms of podcasting standards, in terms of communication standards. Like it's not radio, which I also spend a little bit of time in. Radio is strict. Radio is locked down. We know how to do radio. We've been doing it for decades. Podcasting is new. Social content in this kind of world, I mean, it's new, right? And anybody can do it, right? So there's a lot out there that you have to kind of rise above. So we've spent the last couple of years really figuring out how to do this well. And we do it really well. Our stuff looks good. Our stuff sounds good. And what I think I do best, because of my background in theater and storytelling, is I really help people figure out what they want to do and how they want to do it, how they want to get that message across, how they want to build a great show. That stuff we do really well. We are now at a place where we need to start letting people know that we're here, right? So it's time to start marketing. We've never done marketing. We've never paid for ads. We've never really done that stuff. We've grown really organically and mostly through word of mouth. And now it's time for us to really start scaling, because we've got something that is now scalable.
Well, and your proof's in the pudding. So I mean, you now have something that you can lay out and say, this is what we've done. I mean, I remember in 2018 in Jeremy and I said, "Yo, my God, we're so busy. We need to take that next step." I'm like, "Let's build a team." And he's like, "No, absolutely not." Jeremy, he hates change. He's like, "Nah, we don't need anyone. I don't want to manage anyone." Blah blah blah. I'm like, "Man, I already got a team at AMMT. I'm getting them licensed, so they're coming over regardless." And it was the best movie we did, because now Zach's his right hand man. Borit is his right hand man over. When I left to do Burrington real estate, Zach stayed with him, and that's his right hand man, and that was my foreman for Burlock Outdoor Solutions, mowing yards and doing whatever not. So, I mean, it's crazy how that is. And I mean, once again, I coached him since 8th grade. I coached him all the way through high school. So
there you go.
It was one of those.
Burlock Outdoor Solutions.
Yeah, that was me. Burr is Burrington.
I figured that.
Yep. Locke was James Locke.
Single episode, I learned about a new job or new business that you had or was a part of.
Yeah, sold off. Yep, we sold it.
What years?
We sold it in 2019 man.
What years were you doing that?
That was 2014 through 2019. Yeah, we were moving snow, mowing yards.
That's listened to every episode, and I guarantee you never heard anything about this until season 9.
This is that hustle we were talking about, right?
It was the hustle. Yep.
Jesus.
Yep. Yeah, we took pride in that
Manikka,
one-stop shop.
did you know? Okay.
Yeah. We took pride in the one-stop shop. I mean, we got Empire Cleaning too. We clean houses.
How am I?
Yeah. So
you still just pull it up.
Yeah. So we've had Empire Cleaning since 2016. Yeah, where we clean houses and rentals and so on and so forth. So yeah. I mean, it is the grind. You always need to be grinding. And we talk about this a lot with what's coming on with AI. And what's going on.
Let's get into it.
How are we always talk about in our businesses, we have to be pivoting, always pivoting.
Yes.
And how does that kind of put a curveball in what you guys are doing, or how do you adapt, or how do you join or merge, or what do you tell me? You're is it
a curveball?
This is the hot thing right now, because I have a lot to talk about now. You hit me at the perfect time. I don't know how much we've talked about this.
We talked a little bit about
it. Okay, let's get into it.
I kind of know.
Get into it. Let's go.
So, as a theater background guy and as an artist, I'm really wary of what generative AI can do and can be. But that being said, I think there are really great ways to use it. We are deep into AI with Upload Media Group right now. The most prominent example is last month we launched a brand new project called Cedar Rapids Daily. It is a daily podcast. It is 5 minutes or less. And you can go on, and it's a podcast, and it's a newsletter, and it's a blog, and it's on social media, and wherever you are, you can get it.
It's launched now?
It's launched. It's been out for about a month.
We met about 2-3 weeks ago, and you told me about it.
It was brand new.
Yeah, I love that.
That's awesome. I want to hear more about that. We'll have to get off air on that
Keep
one.
Keep going.
Well, really quickly. So no matter what, you can get this, and every single day, it's going to tell you what's happening in Cedar Rapids that day. It is events, it is family events, it's concerts, it's food specials, it's whatever. And we are using AI to generate all of that. So it's actually AI voices that are reading it to you. That's what allows us to do it every single day. Because instead of bringing multiple people into the studio and recording it and writing a script and then editing it, and it's one person can do it in an hour.
Yep.
They can bring all of it together. That's the only way it's sustainable.
That's crazy.
So we don't feel like we're taking away,
Not.
opportunities from people. We're still human crafting it. We're still human reviewing it, right? We got a staff person that's doing it.
Yep.
But AI makes the podcast and it's reviewed by a human. We use AI to turn it into a newsletter, into a blog. Like in 1 to 2 hours, we can get this thing out every single day. And hopefully it gets people out into the community, engaging with community, engaging with businesses, engaging with events. So like we really believe in what this can be. And there's nobody else that's really meeting that need. There are events calendars and kind of some of that stuff, but it's not content forward and it's not comprehensive.
And it's not
We are getting all
entertaining. My boy Chuck, he's big into AI, and he did he sent me a 60-page PDF that I was supposed to read, and I'm like, I'm not reading this shit. I'm like, let's be real. He's like, watch this. Turned it into like a 15-minute podcast, and then I knew everything about it.
Yep.
They were conversational, like it was like you were in the room with them, and I learned all this information that was all in the PDF, but I don't have time. I look at it, you get overwhelmed, and it's boring. This podcast was fun and interesting, and now I'm engaged, and that's how we're accepting media and everything on social media. Period is quick, fast. I need it explained to me without having to go back to this page and forgetting what I just read. Like none of that is relevant in the way that we're learning today. Everything is still, I feel like, people are used to that 140 characters or less.
It's really tough because what we wanted to do is build something that would meet people wherever they were, on Facebook, on Instagram, on TikTok, in their inbox, in their podcast feeds, wherever they wanted to get it, they could get it and they could have it the way they wanted it. My favorite is the newsletter. So every day I get an email at 3:00 and it gives me a beautiful list of everything happening in Cedar Rapids the next day that I can plan to do with my kids. You got a couple sponsors on there. Like it's awesome. I love it.
I love that.
So with that, when you're getting content, where's that content coming from that goes into that?
So right now we have a staff person that's going through and actually aggregating all of those things. There's some AI search happening, but there's still human review happening there.
So they're calling like the economic group and saying this is what's
they're going onto events calendars. They're kind of going through Facebook. We've kind of got a process in place and they can go through it pretty quickly now. And then they're using some AI platforms to kind of search some of those sites and collaborate or pull everything together rather. And then they'll feed it into a platform and it writes a script analyzing all of those things and puts it together and then generates the audio, the voices, the music. They go through and review it, make sure everything's kind of said correctly, make sure everything makes sense. And then, we drive it through, use another AI platform to turn it into a newsletter blog. And it's all out there for people.
I love that. I'm trying to use AI with the music awards for certain things, and I've gotten some negative feedback about, why are you using AI and the music awards are about art? But when it's the easiest way to get the information to everybody, it's still human generated. Like what people think about AI is it's going to take jobs or this, that, and the third. But it's like, well, I don't have enough funding to just hire a graphic designer for every announcement I need to make. There's something daily that I need to inform people about with the music awards.
Yeah.
I can take the time to design it, but there's other tasks that I have to take care of. Me and Lucas talk every episode about the multiple hats that we already wear. So when AI is utilized as a tool that can make things easier and streamline processes, I don't see why the hate is behind it. I have been against it being a part of my music because I feel like that's my art that comes from my heart. Again, I gotta shout out Chuck. He found a way to turn one of my songs that's just straight, not gangster rap, but anthem style rap into a 1960s style swing song, and it's still my lyrics and my words. And this is the first time I was like, I can embrace this because I couldn't have done what they did, and it's still my art and my lyrics and what I compose. So I'll play that for you guys after the pod, but it's absolutely amazing.
And if you end up loving it, re-record it.
That's what I told him, hey, I want to redo it. He's like, why? AI's got it perfect. I was like, I still don't feel comfortable distributing an AI song. I'll post it on social media, but putting it out there and generating revenue still has a little icky feeling to me. And I'm sure at some point it'll be the norm and I maybe need to get over myself. But, it's still, I feel like you should protect the art to some level. And then like if I just have pride or integrity about that, I think that's okay.
There are lines there for sure, but I think when you think about it as a tool, it can help us achieve things that would not have been achievable otherwise.
Yep.
Yeah.
And that's true in music. That's true in podcasting. That's true in real estate. Like AI has a place in what we're doing.
Yep.
And there's also some boundaries that we need to maintain.
Yeah.
Well, and Tone, to kind of put a comment to what you said too, it is going to take some jobs. But it's taking the jobs of what we couldn't afford to pay. Us small business owners, we couldn't afford to pay someone to have.
No question.
Yeah.
I mean,
so it already wasn't really a job existing there.
Exactly.
The funding.
Perfect, right? You're 100% right.
Yeah.
This podcast that we made, if we couldn't do it with AI, it wouldn't exist.
Exactly. And so, yeah, it will take jobs, but it'll also create more avenues of revenue where a small business owner, and realistically, that's what we're about here on this podcast is, giving back to our community, the other small business owners. We talk about Cedar Ridge and we talk about our other local vendors and our, Ottumwa, Iowa is pumping out some good whiskeys out there. We've had 2 of them that came on, there's a distillery out in Spencer, Iowa that is doing a great job that they're going to be sending us some whiskey this way. So, I mean, it's our job is to pump Iowa and pump local and continue doing it. And I love that pivot that you guys made with your business where you're trying to get ahead of the times. Because with AI and Tone, you got to take this to your heart where you put your pride to the side is if you don't stay with AI will walk over.
It will leave you. It will leave you.
Yeah,
And I'm aware.
I mean, and the ones that can afford to go higher with AI and pay the producers and the productions, they're doing it. And
So,
yeah.
one job, and I hate admitting it, but I would say one job that it did eliminate, but I think it's for the better. And I won't say her name, but I do want to, she knows who she is, and I want to shout her out. But I had a girl that volunteered to count all the votes. We do fan votes for the music awards where everybody can vote for their favorite artist in a genre. I feel like your time is better used. She's so talented with so many other things. I didn't want her using the time for that when I could literally copy the link from that post into ChatGPT and say, calculate how many votes this person has. And it does it within seconds and it gets it right. When we had a human do it, people were, hey, I think this is wrong. And then it was like, oh, you know what? I didn't see that. And there's just a lot of room for error. But also, I'd rather, if you're going to spend hours contributing to the music awards, there's so many other things that you're better at than something that AI could do in seconds.
Yeah, I was gonna say I was gonna jump over this table if you fired a volunteer.
we allocated her workload to something more productive, I think, than what AI could do.
Well,
But again, I think that's the tool aspect versus the artistic generation aspect, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
It makes total sense to use an AI tool to count, tabulate,
Create
calculate whatever.
spreadsheets.
Yes, 1,000,000%. Yes, please, right?
Yeah.
And the people who develop the skills within AI to operate AI to do that, that's going to be a valuable skill in the future as well, right?
Yeah.
But you're right. That's a better use of time, right? I still feel like, if you're using AI as a tool to reimagine what your music can be, I still like the idea that you're then going and re-recording that music, right?
Same.
As
we
much as
went
possible,
back and forth on that today.
Yeah.
Like, you don't need to, and I'm like, I have to. And
To me,
I
that's
know
still
it's
different.
pride, and I don't
Yeah.
care. I have to re-record this, but I love how it sounded, and it showed me something I didn't even think was possible, and it's absolutely amazing. So yeah, like I said, I'll definitely play it for you. I feel like the theme of this episode is balance. And like I said, me and Lucas talk about all the hats that we wear all the time, and we got a guest here. And Manikka talks about the hats that she wears. I saw a face, so yes, Manikka wears a lot of hats as well. Logan, one thing that I absolutely adore about you is I just feel like you're very organized. A lot of times you're even hard to read because you're just well spoken,
Sure,
and very professional.
Yeah.
Talk to me about balance and the
theater.
hats that you
That's
wear.
that theater he's got.
It's an act.
I've been that way
good at
forever,
it.
and people have criticized me for it, right? As like coming across as inauthentic or too buttoned up or whatever. But the truth is, this is
What's wrong with it?
This is who I am.
Okay.
I usually will say what I feel, and I'll usually try and say it in a way that makes sense to people, or whatever. So anyway, that's addressing that part of it. When it comes to balance, I would say I have never been great about balance, but I have a partner my wife Marnie, who challenges me to be better with balance. And having a family, I have a stepson, I have a daughter, and my daughter is 4, and so the last few years has really challenged me to grow because I have been, a parent to a 4-year-old daughter as well as a 2 to 4-year-old business. Right?
My daughter just turned 4 today, so I love that you're saying this.
Yeah.
And it has because I'm a person, it's horrible, but I almost don't believe in balance. I just want to work. I love what I do, so it's hard for me to put it down and stop because I love working and giving back or building what I envision. But even when I accomplish a dream, I just get another one. But I will say, and please get back to where don't lose your spot. But like my 4-year-old made it where now I'm just unavailable Tuesdays and Thursdays. Like I'm not responding to texts. I'm not doing any work. Like those are her days without break, without anything else once I have her. And I'm grateful for it. And it is my job, but it's like that she had to force me to create a boundary. Otherwise, I love what I do, so I love working, and there's not really a way I can turn this off.
Well, and the old guy in the room, we have a 3-year-old that just turned 3. Talea's 3rd birthday was yesterday. And so you guys got to remember, they're sponges. So they see, even at 3, even at 4, even at 5.
If they feel ignored or
they see what you're doing
distracted,
too. Yeah,
like it's not okay.
They feel they like I said, they're just sponging up everything you do. So when Dad gets home, they know your routine. Like my 3-year-old Talea, she knows exactly when they say, "Hey, Lucas is home," and and it's like, okay, she already knows what I'm going to do, when I'm going to do. This is hers. This is what's going to happen. And Saturday mornings, whether it's Friday mornings, whatever nights they're with us, and I already know she's going to be crawling up on the bed. She's going to be on my chest. This is her time. This is what's going on.
And let's just real quick interject, like the 3 and 4-year-olds. Like there's no better feeling than a long day of work, and that 3-4-year-old runs up to you. Like the moment you walk in the door, like that's the reward.
Oh man,
dude, there's nothing better, nothing tops that, dude. Like,
well, and you almost got to shut your eyes because you don't want to see the mess they left behind. But I want this hug though. I want this hug. Come here, baby. Come here and give me this hug.
Yep.
I don't want to know what you threw on the ground, what you tore out.
Let's live in the moment. We'll hear the story later.
Hey,
did you know? No. Let's do the hug and then we'll figure it out. Logan, back to you on the balance and the routine.
No, you're on it. And the truth is, like, balance looks different for everybody. And it looks different depending on what phase you're in. My daughter has gone through phases where the time that I need to give to her looks different and is different. In terms of being sponges, I totally agree with you. And I agree with you on both sides, right? Like when I'm at home and when I'm her dad, but also she sees me as somebody who's committing to something, and as a business owner, as somebody who's
my 10-year-old sees that
for sure.
She comes with me to a lot of this.
So I often bring my daughter to work, and she's got her place in the office, and she gets we have a Sunday routine where we get smoothies from Scooters, and we come in, and I'm working on things, and so there are also things that I always do my best to not miss, right? So like I drive her to school every day. I pick her up most days. I'm the one that puts her to bed, right? We're read a book, we're lay down, whatever. Not every night I can do that because some nights I have recordings, I have projects, but every night I can, I do.
Absolutely.
And so, I think those little things will add up in the long run. And also, I want to be there. I love what I do, and I love my work, but like I want to be in that room with her because she gave my life purpose I didn't know that I needed. Right? Both things are children that I need to help grow, the business and the children. But like,
they can coincide though.
They can.
They absolutely can. I mean, I have a senior this year, so I got the 17-year-old who will be 18 in January.
Oh man,
January 28th, and she'll be 18. And then we got the 3-year-old. So And they'll use that, that smoothie on Sunday against you. I just got it used against me 3 weeks ago.
That's scary.
Because they're built just like me. My two daughters are 15 and 17. They're built just like I am. You remember every Sunday we'd go to work and you'd get me a donut and you'd do this. I'm just like,
what
you
happened
made
to
me.
that guy?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
So Logan, I want to use your expertise because I've been just foaming at the mouth over here because I have a sister. We're 18 years apart.
Okay.
And she is, we just picked her up from Atlanta. My folks went out and picked her up from Atlanta. She's been out in Atlanta since she's got out of college. So she was a theater major.
Awesome.
Went to Bradley.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah. Did all the theater out there.
Okay.
She went out to Georgia, went out to Atlanta, tried to get on with like Saturday Night Live, and she was working with the Georgian Productions, and she's been extras on this, that, and another.
Yep.
She's done all the acting she can do. She's done like the haunted scenes and
Nice.
anything she could get in Savannah, anything she could get in Atlanta, anything.
Yeah.
I mean, she was out there, and I made it very clear to when I talked to my parents about it, and I know this message relayed to her. And her name's Laurel, and so there's 18. I'm 44. My goodness. So yeah. So there's 18 years.
26.
Yeah. 18 years in difference. So she's 20. Yeah, right about 26 years old. And starting over because that theater career is tough.
It's tough.
And
Not as tough as it gets.
She does voiceovers, does whatever she could do. She's done some commercials. She's tried, and I'm like, pivoting is something that you do in that type of world.
Oh yeah.
And I'm like, just because you're coming back to Iowa does not mean it's over. I mean, you've done productions. You've been a director. You've done this. You've done that. She's so talented in that world. What's the best advice you'd give someone coming in to that world at 26 years old? She's tried it. I mean, she's done it all out there.
Did she move back to Iowa?
She just 3 weeks ago.
Okay.
Yeah, back to
in this area in Cedar Rapids.
No.
Osage.
Okay,
So she'll
How
she'll
far is
go.
Osage?
She'll come to Cedar Rapids all day. She'll be at our music awards.
Perfect.
I mean, this is her realm. So
Okay.
what best advice would you give to someone like that?
Oh man. I'd ask them about their goals. I'm curious to know, do they want to do more theater? Do they want to do Broadway theater? Do they want to do regional stuff? Do they want to do original projects? I'd be curious to know if they want to do more screen work, if it's TV, if it's film. And then, once we identified kind of where they really wanted to be, there's a lot of opportunity in Iowa. Even if you feel like this is a landing spot for a couple of years, like there's a lot of opportunity. So there's a massive, surprisingly massive independent film scene here in Iowa. There's a lot of projects there. A lot of people doing really cool things. There's a number of award shows that I would start by searching, like who are the people that are making things for those award shows and projects.
Nominees is a good place to look at people that may have work for you.
Yeah, yep. There's a lot of Facebook groups too. There are always people looking for actors and projects and things. Build out that portfolio, build out that resume. Obviously, there's a ton of theater in this space as well if they want to be in the theater work.
Yeah. We've got Theater Cedar Rapids, the Paramount.
Yeah, there's so many. But like Theater Cedar Rapids, the Paramount's a little more probably on the production side because they're bringing in more road shows and tour stuff. But if you wanted to do more production, you could. There's a lot of independent theater companies as well that are making awesome things. Everything from like the larger Revival Theater Company, and they're not that they're massive, but they're big, they're sizable, they're regional. But then down to like people who are putting on independent shows. There's a number of them as well. And again, Facebook groups or just connecting with community members. Reach out to the local theaters and they can direct you to projects. So there's a lot of that there.
Yeah.
But I'm a really big proponent of starting your own thing. That's what we did a number of times, and that kind of led us to where we are now. Like,
Surround yourself with people that you enjoy to be around with too. Obviously,
well, it's massive, right? The
and
community
the work
and the
that
people
you
you
love
support.
to do.
Yep.
Yeah, for sure. The people who support you and what you want to do, and who you can support in return, and like find that group of people and start something. If there's a musical or a show that you love, find a local venue. Rent it for a couple $100 and put that
Get your
show on
cast together.
right? Yeah, and it can be like a small show. Get a couple people together, sell tickets, just start to build
It's
something.
like build your community.
And one last thing before you jump
go
in,
ahead,
keep
go
that
ahead.
thought though.
Yes.
The number one thing that I tell everybody is take photos of it, take videos of it, whatever you do. It doesn't matter if you sell a ton of tickets. Sometimes it's more important to tell people you did the thing than it is to actually do the thing. Right.
Right.
that.
Let people know that you did it.
Yes.
Because that will help you get that next opportunity, that next thing.
Yeah.
So if they do the show, if even if they're just doing monologues in their house, video, photo, everything, put it out there, build your presence online. That matters.
Yep.
Okay, so since he got a little advice from you, I want advice from all three of you, Manikka too. I do interviews nonstop. In the last 2-3 days, I probably have done about 5-6 interviews. Mm-hmm. I don't get stumped. Like I'm ready for the hard. I love when they try to hit me with a hard question. Like we'll talk about awards after this. But I won't keep you too long. I know we. But real quick, I finally got stumped the other day.
Okay.
And it just, I don't know why. Well, I think I know why, but I think you guys may have an answer, or I'll kind of ask it to you guys. It was, with you doing everything that you do, everything that you love, and being an entrepreneur, what is your advice to people with a 9-to-5? Mm-hmm. And it's really hard because, like, instantly I'm thinking, like, chase your dreams, but, like, 9-to-5s are important. Mm-hmm. But I could not go back to that life, so it's hard to tell somebody else to continue to do that or live that life. So, guys, help me. What's your answer on it? Like, if you were asked that question, I'm asking you guys that question. Like, what's your advice?
I know what I think, but
9-to-5?
Be realistic. If you're putting into the time frame of 9-to-5, you got to have a realistic approach. That this is not your forever. Unless it is your forever, those are the two things you need to ask yourself. There's many days you and I both agree that we'd love to go put on that hat and just
be
go
the worker.
Just go take a
Clock in,
hammer
clock
and start
out,
swinging
don't
at
take it
cement.
home.
Yep. As soon as 4 o'clock hits, I'm clicking out.
We don't have that in us.
Yeah, but the people that get into what we do, us entrepreneurs out there, we can't speak the same languages at 9-to-5. And we can't expect to speak the same languages at 9-to-5 because we'll never understand what they're saying. Mm-hmm. Kobe Bryant always had a saying, I'm never going to understand the language of a lazy person. He goes, as big as an asshole as I am, we don't speak the same language.
At all.
He goes, laziness is not in my vocabulary for someone that wants to use that excuse of being lazy or that I'm going to sit here and watch this happen. I don't speak that language. Yeah. So that 9-to-5 language is, I would love to speak that language, but I don't think I could relate to it. So I think anyone that's trying to use that 9-to-5 as a filler to start their businesses, and you're just trying to start your entrepreneurs, you just have to have a realistic goal. Yeah. Keep that as your filler, but understand that you still have to build everything around you. So are you really 9-to-5? So if you're 9-to-5, then you just got to be satisfied with being 9-to-5. Logan.
Do you have anything you want to add to that? Because I have kind of a specific response.
Oh, nice. He's ready. I was not ready.
I'm not ready. I don't know. I think I kind of miss a 9-to-5. I don't know. I feel like, you clock out. Oh, you don't have to go to work. It was, I had more free time and I had more time to actually focus on the things that I enjoy doing or that I want to do
at work, and
I can leave it. But now it's like there's no such thing as 9-to-5, and it's like it's everywhere, and then it's like, oh,
it's in the car,
it's everywhere you go. It's like,
you were 9-to-5. Well, not 9-to-5. You were overnight shifts.
I was 12 to 12. So,
yeah.
I mean, I really don't even know what a 9-to-5 really is.
But then you had Chloe's Customs when you were done. So you're
still an entrepreneur.
You're still the entrepreneur. I mean, you're still.
I think my biggest thing is like
she can design anything. Like when it comes to cakes and shirts, T-shirts, anything, she's got it.
Yeah.
I don't think I have to let me clock out and leave it at work. Mm-hmm. Maybe that's what I miss with the nursing home is like, okay, I had a rough day. This day went there. I'm off.
I'm free.
I'm done. I ain't got to see you tomorrow. I ain't got to deal with you. Yeah. Like, I'm off. I don't have to deal with it. Yeah. And so, like, Chloe's Custom is different. Like, I love it. I enjoy doing it. I don't mind designing something. I get creative with it. So it's like, I enjoy it. Yeah. But with working 12-hour shifts and everything, it's like, now it's like, I couldn't really do a 9-to-5 because my life is so busy. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And then if I'm not working, then I have kids' sports and I got events, and it's like I really can't be on a strict schedule anymore. So at first, like before my kids got older and before Lucas and just starting Chloe's Custom, it's like, okay, I can do that.
Yeah.
Like I can work a strict schedule because, you know, if I'm off this day, I can just move it. And now I have kids that want to play every single sports there is out there. So it's like, I'm very, like, my biggest thing that I tell people, and it comes off really harsh, which is why I know I can't do a 9 to 5, is that I would never put a job before I put my kids.
I feel like we all have, and like we're programmed to do that. Like this is for your kids, so we all had that 9 to 5, and it's like I'm spending so much less time, especially if it's second shift where your kid's at school, and then by the time they're getting off, you're going into work. Like
you don't see them. And then it's like with growing up with Junior when he was smaller, like he was autistic. So, I mean, he still is, but he was nonverbal. And it was so many appointments that I had to be at and so many therapies I had to do. And then the job's like, oh, well, you can't go to, my kid, no, like my kid come first and making sure that I'm doing my best and make sure that he's good and he's going to succeed.
Absolutely.
That's my priority. Yeah. Like, yes, I need this job to pay my bills, but I could just go find a different one.
Yeah.
If like, especially if you know what's going on ahead of time. So I don't think personally I can go back to a 9 to 5, but I never really worked a 9 to 5 because my shifts are always a 12-hour shift because I enjoy those because I can work 3 12-hour shifts, be off for 4 days. And that's not a thing you can do anymore. Like no one does that anymore.
It's good.
They want you there every day, and I can't. No.
Mandatory overtime. You've been hearing about that?
Yes,
that's
and I'm
insane.
like, I could never. You gonna tell me she didn't show up for work, so you want me to stay? No, I'm off at 6. Yeah. She didn't come to work. Y'all got to figure it out. I'm gone, and I will clock out. So it's like I can't. I wouldn't even take a position or try to do that kind of job with knowing that. And then you have some places that trick you into it. This mandatory wasn't a thing in an interview, and now all of a sudden it's a mandatory. So it's like I complain with my job that I have now because I work with a lot of great people. They're fantastic, and it's like I just
you don't need to use sarcasm because we all know there is no sarcasm. Yeah, there is no sarcasm.
I don't like them, but it's like. I have to deal with you every day, but with doing that job, I can work on everything else that I need to do in that time frame. And I guess my face just tells you, hey, fuck you, fuck off. I'm not going to do the talk. And so it's like when I'm focused and I'm busy, it's what I enjoy. But if I was to go...
See, we need to get Logan and Manikka in the same room because Logan can relay what Manikka's saying.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I can read all of Manikka's facial expressions and body language, and I can't ever read
Manikka's chat GPT.
I am not, like, I feel like I'm doing very well lately. Like, when I try to be nice to you guys, you make me feel like I'm not supposed to be nice.
It scares us.
Yeah.
Okay,
what's your answer on
I do have an answer that's
that's
really specific, and I think it ties really well into what you were saying, and actually both of you were saying. So, have you ever sat in on a strategic planning session before?
Yes.
I think so.
Yeah. So, strategic planning, really brief overview, is generally where you would sit down with a group of people, usually for a business. Usually these are like the key decision makers, and you would decide on what your plan is strategically for the next 1, 3, 5 years, whatever. And this is where you're going to define who you are, what you do, why you do what you do, what your goals are,
the
all
W's,
that stuff.
the 5 W's. Who, what, when, where, why.
Yeah. So I've done it a number of times for nonprofits, and then I just facilitated a session for a local high school as well. So it's on the mind. And what I would say is, I'm going to use you as an example. You should think of yourself as a business, even if you're just like a corporate worker, a nonprofit, whatever, or a 9 to 5 or whatever. Like your life is now your business, right? And you're going to build a strategic plan for yourself. So you're going to sit down. It's going to take a little bit of work. It's going to take some time. It's going to take some self-therapizing, right? But you're going to sit down, and I would write it down. What are your mission, your vision, and your values? Your mission is, what you care about, why you do what you do. Your vision is, what's it going to look like when you achieve what you do.
Yeah.
And your values are going to be, what are the things that you prioritize in your life that help inform how you do it?
Yeah.
Right. And then set down your goals.
Yeah.
Right. In a year from now, I want to, and make them quantifiable goals, make them SMART goals, right? I want to achieve X. I want to do Y. I want to meet Z, right? And that piece of paper where you have all those things written down, that's your strategic plan for your life. And then you can look back at your 9 to 5 and you can say, does me working at this 9 to 5 meet this mission?
Yeah.
If I keep going back to this 9 to 5, is my vision going to become a reality? Does going to this 9 to 5 help me achieve these goals? If it does, great. If it doesn't, what do I need to change? Do I need to take on a second job? Do I need to build a new thing? Do I need to quit and do something new entirely? Like, once you know those things about yourself, then you can take real actionable steps to do what you want to do, to be this piece of paper that you've built for yourself. Like, do that.
You might have just created a
Did
business.
you rehearse this?
No, it's real.
You might have just
This
created
is
a
the
business.
clip.
Because I'm going to tell you straight up.
That's the clip.
Yeah,
down and do it.
I'm going to tell you
Jesus.
straight up. I'm like,
Holy
paralysis by analysis just happened over here. I'm like, shit.
Where?
Sit down and
I
do
ain't
it.
doing that.
And like
How much can I pay you to do that
You
for me?
know?
you will. Well, I gotta pay my mortgage, so you can.
Yeah.
But like, you'll do it for your business,
Yeah.
right?
Right.
You
Oh,
should
yeah.
do it for
Yeah.
your business,
Absolutely.
But do it for your life as well. It's the
Absolutely.
same thing, right? How
Yep.
do you maintain your household? How do you, like, your priorities changed?
Yeah.
You said that in what your answer was, right? Like, you had a kid, and your priorities changed.
Yep.
Yeah.
Right? Your strategic plan changed.
Yeah.
And now how you live your life needs to change to meet that new strategic plan.
Yep.
And if you write that down on paper, if you have a clear understanding of it, if you stand by it, if you love it, if you live it, it's easy to make those decisions and tend to point back to your mission, vision, values, your goals, and say, yes, that makes sense. I'm going to do that.
Well, and it's, what do we call it? AB.
Always be pivoting?
ABP, yeah.
Always be
Yeah, sure.
pivoting. That is like always like one of our representative in
Oh,
all
yeah.
of our episodes. Everyone's
yeah.
pivoting. And, yep.
We got 2 minutes left, and I feel like that what you just gave us was like the perfect closing. So
It was. It was
I'm
good.
gonna give us something fun real quick. Again, normally I give prep time. And me and you, I'm gonna have to bring you in the sound box. We need to do a talking top tier. We need to talk all things award shows. So we'll save that
we'll
for
do that.
another.
Oh, I
'cause that
bet
could
I
be a whole
even had
nother
a
hour.
question. Yeah, I had a question for that.
We'll talk
Yeah.
after the show. But for now,
really quickly.
Yeah, let's do it.
Really quick, because you want to win a podcast award. I know you do.
Oh, man.
beautiful.
Look at this show.
They're
Look at this
so
show.
beautiful.
Yes. Well, obviously that's our goal is
Yes.
yeah, of course.
It's a good choice.
But I want to ask the question, and the question I got is for both of you, is where do you say no to someone, and where do you tell someone it's okay? And so 3 questions. How do you tell someone no, you're not involved in this? Because everyone's always volunteering. I can do this for you. I can do this.
Yeah.
And the next one is, where do you say it's okay? Okay. It's okay to take this tongue lashing that's coming back at you.
Yep.
And where do you say F off?
Okay.
So 3 questions for
And this
both
is
of
through
you.
the
Yep.
lens of
Yep.
like the awards.
Through the awards
Yep.
and people won't. Yeah.
I'm gonna give mine quickly so you can
Yeah, really
go
quick.
as
Really
long
quick.
as
We'll
you
go as
want.
quick as we can.
Yeah.
The you can't be involved in this is if you carry yourself unprofessionally and aggressively, and I feel like you could be a danger to what our mission is. The okay you can be involved in this is even if you don't articulate well, and you may have frustration about what the process is, but I know that you're frustrated because you care. I can see through the fact that you're just frustrated and it's you didn't feel that you were acknowledged or recognized, but you want to be a part of it. I will compromise with you, and I will speak past the whatever, the disrespect or whatever. Like, let's get to the solution. Let's get to the source. And I think you can be a part of the process to help improve it, because we can always make it better.
Yep.
The fuck you is like,
Now,
man,
keep in mind,
you'd
you're
have
losing.
to-
You guys are losing relationships in your guys' industry
Every
by
day.
saying
Every day.
the F you.
Yeah,
And,
yeah.
And so and this is the thing people
It's-
don't understand.
it's
When
really
you make
hard
this
to get there.
decision,
It's kind of like repeat offenders. Like the first time you address it and you're upset, then it's I try to reason with you. I try to see why you would be upset, and it is something where like you just want to be acknowledged. A lot of people, that's their issue, and they can't even say it. Pride gets in the way. I understand that. I was that guy where I was prideful, frustrated, and just spoke about whatever came to mind. But if this happens over and over, yes, at that point, and I've tried to reach out and reason with you and even accepted your disrespect, that's when I'll finally say there's no way we can do business. Those are my three.
I think I mostly just agree. Like I think I think it mostly comes down to the interpersonal relationships of it, right? It's how can we work through this? Is there a reason to work through it? What's the value of working through it? Like ultimately, at the end of the day, this is business, right? Mm-hmm. It's business.
It is.
Like,
it is.
We're gonna not that we're clocking out, right? Because we live this life, but at the end of the day, like what we do in the room, what we do around the table, what we do in the awards, like whatever, like that's business, right? And then when you become people, and you start to attack the people, you start to attack the fundamentals of who somebody is, like that becomes something different. And truly, I imagine this is the same for real estate and what you do. I imagine it's the same for music, because these are and what I do for sure, these are very populated industries. Like there's if you're going to make things difficult, if you're going to make things personal, if you're going to make things painful, like there's a million other people to go work with.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Like truly,
Yep.
like, and you're right. You can burn a bridge, you can hurt a relationship, but at the end of the day, if you believe, let's go back to that mission statement, that strategic plan that you built for yourself. If you look at your values and what's happening in that relationship with somebody doesn't reflect your values, doesn't drive you towards your mission, doesn't help you meet your goals, like then move on, because there's more opportunities. Absolutely. There are more people to work with that want to work with you, that want to be there with you. And if
that's the toughest area for me to grab.
Yeah.
I value everything on it, and I need to quit putting value to some people that don't deserve value.
Yeah.
I have spent too much time on projects and on relationships that didn't align with that. Right? That didn't bring value to me, that didn't bring value to my business, didn't bring value to my life, right? And didn't align with the values of how I want to live my life and how I want to run my business. Don't reflect well on me, right? And your life and your business will both be more successful if you move on. And it's going to feel bad to burn a bridge, but a year, 2 years, 3 years from now, like you're going to look back and be like, that was the right decision for me at the time. And I have successfully moved forward from there because I stayed true to my plan.
And that's why I'm marrying Manikka.
Because
she
I see her nodding over here.
Yeah,
like she knows.
she adds
right
me.
there.
I mean, it's what she's tried to teach me since we came together. And, people come in your life in weird times. And, she came into my life at the right time. I don't appreciate enough of the stuff that she does bring because she comes so brass. Like it is brass knuckles to your chin, and you're like, "Fuck, that hurt."
She don't hold back.
Well, diamond
She
knuckles
don't hold
now,
back.
right? She's got the left hand.
God dang, that hurt. Why you gotta come that way? But
working on
but there is a lot of appreciation that comes to that.
She's
because
your balance for
yeah,
sure.
exactly. Like I recognize it. I know she's my balance, and it's just one of those. I'm glad I hear it from you guys because I deal with it on the daily. I got investors that want to take advantage of me. I got friends that want to take advantage of what we do and what we bring in, and they think, God dang, you got 5 businesses, you're a millionaire type situation, and that's not
I'm
the
just
case.
a hustler. I work hard.
Yeah,
and get
it's
by.
not the case. I still don't know where next month's bills are going to come until this government opens back up. I mean,
Man,
talk
it's
to a
crazy.
realtor that relies on closings that don't have closings. You
Yep.
know?
Yep.
So I mean, it is what it is on that. So I appreciate you too. I appreciate you, my
I
dear.
appreciate everybody at this table.
and I could not wrap this episode up any better than what we're wrapping this episode up with.
Yeah.
And What a kickoff to season, nine? Season 9 of Whiskey and Real Estate.
More wine.
Yes, and Manikka, you get your wine out, baby.
Look at that.
Yeah, we're gonna take
Thank you, Logan. Like I said, we'll keep.
Did you want to hit on one more
Taco
thing?
Tuesday. No, I want to get you on my podcast.
All right, we'll do it.
Soundbox, and we're gonna talk everything awards. Hopefully, not hopefully. Whenever you have the time, I'd love to have you there.
Yep.
And whether it's we're gonna be professional or we're gonna vent and be honest. Whatever, we're always honest, but it's like we know how to carry a business.
Yeah.
So there's a way that it's like, let's address this, but in the nicest way to not offend people. Or, maybe it's just a Taco Tuesday lunch and we get to.
Well, if you need a mediator to someone to play devil's advocate, I will
are invited.
I will wear that hat of devil's advocate. I'm like, hey, what do you think about this though?
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
yes, I understand your approach, but
For what it's worth, I don't think there's a whole lot of that. I think Tone's really in it right now. Like the music awards.
Yeah,
are
we're
2
11
weeks away.
days. 11
not
days,
even.
yeah.
So you're just in it right now. So I get all that. But
Yeah.
there's so many positive things to say about
So
it. So it'll be a good
great.
conversation.
And I want to have that convo, but I want to take our time with it, but I don't want to take up too much of your time. I think we all got 3-4 year olds, and maybe
And
we got the night off.
you got 40 genres
the night off.
40 plus genres?
35.
35 genres that are coming at the music awards this year.
259 people I have to communicate with in the next 11 days.
Yeah.
And they're struggling to get the free tickets. It's not fun.
Yeah.
I
Let's,
think a vein just popped out.
yeah. So date, time, when? End
Sunday,
episode.
November 9th, 4 p.m., Burlington Memorial Auditorium in Burlington, Iowa, 200 North Front Street or something like that. You'll find it. Google it. One of the most amazing opportunities to celebrate our fellow artists, our fellow music contributors. Celebrate yourself. Whether you're nominated, whether you win, whether you just submitted, come network. Let's have fun. Let's dress to the nines. Let's feel good about each other. Let's meet new people. Let's reconnect with people we haven't seen in a while. This is what the Iowa Music Awards is about. I'm excited to have you guys presenting. I'm grateful that we have a podcast award.
Do I get to change outfits?
Yes. But I do want to say that while we're on this podcast, and we'll say it again on the other one. But I'm so grateful that and I'm okay. I would love to split up if they want to do a country Iowa. I would love to either inspire. I don't even have to be a part of it, but listening to podcasts and so many was so hard to try to. We got so many submissions, so I'm so glad you took that on and championed it and you made something amazing, and we had an absolute blast there. Even though we didn't win, we had an absolute blast.
For
at the
context,
podcast
you used
awards.
to present a podcast award. You did the first year or two
I think
years,
so.
yeah.
Yep.
And then we launched the official podcast awards.
and it's needed, and that's the goal, is so people can not only network but maybe start their own things. But representation always matters of whatever it is, whether it's a genre, it's something you're passionate about, or a certain culture or people. But representation matters.
It does, and it also it brings a better quality of product.
Absolutely.
Because for guys like you and I, where we come from the podcast and we admire what won and who won, and I mean we've done everything we can to make it that much better.
Yep.
To just be on the ballot.
Yep.
So, I mean, it's one of those things that it does bring a better product to the area too. So
It's something to look forward to. It's something to
you got those
celebrate.
ones that'll say you pissed in my Cheerios and go Debbie Downers.
Sarah
but you got
sends her love.
yeah, but you got your
There's
other
people
ones that
get
they're like,
upset
hey,
when
we
they
need to
don't
be
win,
better. We
and
need to be
it's
better.
I love that. Yep.
Yep.
I love a challenge. And
Yep.
it's just
Yep.
sometimes you don't win the big game,
Yep.
but you don't cry, but you get better.
Yep.
You train harder, you work harder, you stay consistent, you don't back down, you don't quit or give up, you get better. And I love that we're not only setting a standard, but we're also awarding people that are working hard and just doing what they love.
Agree. 100%.
Yeah.
I think you said it. It's great.
This has been another episode of Whiskey
And
Real estate.
Did you roll your eyes with the and?
I don't know, did I?
I'm going to stop the clock with that. Awesome. Thank you, guys.
Yes.